NBA Wednesday is presented by State Farm. From Talking Stick Resort Arena in Phoenix, the Suns and the Spurs squaring off. Dave Pasch alongside Doris Burke in the season, and without its best player Devin Booker injured and not playing for the second straight night. Here's LaMarcus Aldridge, headed in last year. Obviously not having Kawhi Leonard, he's had to take more shots. Here's Murray in the paint, and DeJounte Murray, the new start. Here's Aldridge from outside, put up an air ball. Didn't hit the rim, so the timer's at 8. Danny Green drills a three from the corner. Struggle to score and shoot. They're 28th in the league in field goal percentage. Aldridge over Ulis, good record. 9 straight empty trips to start the ball game for the Suns. Jackson again, and finally with 6.5 to go. Badly on the layup. And then they leave Danny Green wide open. Not much of a contest, and that's a lot of people feel that there's talent here. They have some good young pieces as point guard in free agency.
Right.
Avery Bradley's been a name that's been thrown out there as Tony Parker connects. Just hasn't worked out. He's now in his 5th season. He's battled injuries, due to be a free agent. We'll see if he's here even tomorrow as Green cans a three. A member of another team, Tom Thibodeau, making his return to Chicago as well. Here's Tony Parker, and Parker hits. They get a chance here at a basket with Len running the break. Ahead to House, and the Suns get a layup.
That was some of the touch I was talking about earlier that was on display collegiately.
Patty Mills drains it.
You know, we were fortunate.
You know that any evidence to the contrary, I'm holding tight to the notion that you actually are okay with me.
But you held your own. We were in there probably for 20-25 minutes with Pop today. Pre-game, had a good conversation, touched on everything. 6 straight, and they're in Oakland Saturday on ABC to play the Warriors. House misses a 3. There's Bender with the stick back.
But I believe they're 12 and 15. But to lose Kawhi Leonard, a guy who is arguably the best two-way player in the league, times without Manu Ginobili, times without Tony Parker, and the winning percentage has been above 6-0-0 every single time. That to me.
Check out NBAstore.com. One store, every team. We played 15 minutes, and the Suns have just 15 points now.
Julius Randle went at him in the first half last night.
Under 20 years old. Green from the corner. Terrible pass that time by Dudley, saved by Warren. 3 to shoot, and Warren knocks it down. Murray with about a 6-inch height advantage over Tyler Ulis.
He can find ways to be successful right now. That's one of them. You guard him small, boy, he's got incredible length at that lead guard spot.
How about Josh Jackson? Here's Warren, gets past Forbes, and a great finish.
Dunn said is he believes that there are certain core pieces that are starting to solidify. And he said he thinks it'd be another jumper goes. Attractive do you think this is as a destination to free agents, particularly the idea that a couple of these young pieces.
Hey, who's your head coach? What style are you going to play? And then will that have an impact on what players you go out and get? As Bender connects on the 3. Free throw rather than the timeout. That's the 13th foul by San Antonio. Daniels misses the 3, gets it back, and scores. Tyson Chandler injured, not playing tonight, and now Ulis may not come back. Parker gets it to go, plus a foul on. A terrific player in the playoffs. One of 4 players all time to have 4,000 points and 1,000 assists in the playoffs. Next stop for Tony Parker will be the Hall of Fame when his NBA career is done. Here's Gasol from outside, no. Rebounded by Aldridge, and the putback rolls in. Parker. Mills, catch and shoot, buries a 3 plus a foul. 5 30-point games his first 2 years, and then, as you said, 10 this year. Aldridge again, and just nobody can handle it.
Ways with 11 ticks on the clock.
Aldridge again, an easy 2, and a lot of in Sacramento last week. We were there. That was a 1-point game in the 4th quarter. The Warriors blew a lead. It got close, and then Golden State pulled away late. As Aldridge gets it again in the paint. Flurry, this barrage of Woj bombs from Adrian Wojnarowski on Twitter tomorrow.
So how about Woj goes on a show?
Kyle Anderson, he can also play some point. Did that in college at UCLA. Parker short. And LaMarcus Aldridge ends up with the ball. He scores and he's fouled.
Appreciates the mention of the age, Dave Pasch.
Well, I always knew that Steve was just a little bit younger than me, not much, as Jackson scores in the playoffs often.
Well, think Mike D'Antoni, 7 seconds or less. Now it's advanced version, right? As LaMarcus Aldridge just...
But Suns fans still feel that. It still lingers from 10 years ago. Jackson attacking, gets the bounce.
Have a step.
Danny Green starting to get his mojo back. The last 3 games he's shooting over 50.
Chris Dunn is returning Friday night.
Well, boy, I mean, he was playing so well. Doris, among second-year players, he's leading all second. Duke. Trae Young leading the nation in scoring and assists. Oklahoma. Tony Parker hits, but that's a reason why
he got hit.
Spurs have not turned the ball over in the last 19 minutes. This are going to go up, and you still obviously have to be a playmaker. But if you got shooters, and Rockets at 3 or 4, and a great pass by Ginobili. Booze here at Talking Stick Resort Arena as Len gets the steal. Ahead to Warren, and Warren able to finish. Aldridge timer at 3. Ginobili 4-3. It's good. And a half to Houston in a game earlier this season as well. Inside 2 minutes to go. Gasol. Reverse layup is good.
Work in. It's why Jared Dudley and Tyson Chandler are here. How to be a professional.
Chris can do that. He can fly.
Rarity.
Well, Duke lost to St. John's, and then guess what Chris Mullin and company did tonight? They beat the #1 team in the country in Villanova.
Consider, had the Spurs been held scoreless in the 3rd quarter, they'd have still been up 19 points.
Doubled up the Suns. We're giving Pat McGrath a shout out. Steve LeBeau, first game, so we got to give Pat a shout out for coming out with that last
I agree.
number.
Well done, Pat.
By the way, Derek White on the floor right now as Bender scores for San Antonio. He was their first round.
You know, yes, she's been in the system. She's earned it too. But they've been there longer and earned it. But that's Greg Popovich being aware that he knows are not right and that he tries to rectify to the degree in his power.
Beautiful play there by Josh Gray. That's why they got Greg Monroe. The Suns bought out, hoping it would help, provide some offensive punch here and there when he plays.
Correct.
Have struggled overall as a team this year. And then you have an injury that might cost you part of next season as well. As Derek White, because of the injuries over the course of Len's 5-year NBA tenure, due to be a free agent. And again, the trade deadline in the NBA is tomorrow. It was moved up this year. Normally it's at the tail end.
Was made of that, right? Pop. George Hill was always one of his favorite players. Knocked down 3-point shooter, excellent defensive player, and a nice little pack because Jay Triano said, I can't trust you right now. And he sat well. Nice shot by White. I mean, look at this, 123-71. And there are a lot of people still in this building.
As Alex Lenducks, and not just Spurs. Spurs will have a couple days off after this before playing on Saturday night at Golden State on ABC, our Saturday primetime game. Bertans drills a 3 to go before the talk show is over and SportsCenter takes over.
You get a better tandem in a talk show with Stan and Neil.
Wild shot by Reed. Alex Len there with a putback. 10 teams in college basketball lose on Saturday, so a couple more go down the night. Duke, Carolina tomorrow night on ESPN. UCLA, Arizona to follow as Len finishes strong at the rim. Some other families high and dry.
Leave it to Tony Dungy to talk straight.
There you go. Derek White for 3. There it is. He's got 3 3-pointers for a guy that was recruited by a cooking school initially. You believe that story?
No.
As Peters scores.
I hope it was a good cooking.
And that'll do it. This one is over. Final score 129-81. San Antonio improves to 35-21. Third best record in the Western Conference.